Hello everybody, I'm Crazy Character 42 and welcome to Trivia Time. Today's topic is Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. The game was originally going to be called Super Mario RPG 2, but due to complications involving Square, the makers of the original Super Mario RPG, the game was changed to Mario RPG 64, then Super Mario Adventure, and finally Mario's Story, known as Paper Mario outside of Japan. Now I'm going to show you some early screenshots of the game. In this one we see Poochie, which meaning that he was originally going to be in the game, and we see that Mario looks a lot different than he does in the final game. In this screenshot we see that the inept Enoch was originally going to be in this game as well. This screenshot shows that Forever Forest looked a bit different, with all the trees having sinister faces on them. This screenshot shows someone's house, with Mario eavesdropping on them. Naughty Mario, eavesdropping is not cool. This screenshot shows an early Koopa village along with Mario's original HP and FP gauges. This screenshot shows an early Goomba village. It also has a Koopa Trooper in it, which isn't there in the final game. It also has Mario's battle icons up in the top left. Wonder what they were doing there. This screenshot shows the Koopa Bros scene, and if you notice, the Koopa Bros bandanas do not match their shells like they do in the final game. Here's a screenshot of early Toad Town, and if you notice in the top left, the sign says Mushroom Kingdom, which it doesn't in the final game. Here we have a screenshot of an early battle sequence, and you notice the HP and FP gauges are once again different than in the final game, and Mario's battle commands are also missing. Here we have an early screenshot of Yoshi's Island. In this screenshot we see that Mario's battle icons are a bit different. We also notice that the enemy's HP gauges are a bit different as well. This screenshot shows an early version of the Goomba King boss battle. This screenshot shows an early version of the pause menu. And finally we have this screenshot which shows that the hammer command was a bit different originally. Now let's move on to content in the game that was removed. Ooh. In this screenshot we see Goomba, Goombaria and Twink's names in the partner screen. This means they were originally going to be partners, but were changed to different roles in the final game. Here we have an unused item called Insecticide Grass. When used, it will instantly kill any bug-type enemy, which is probably why it was removed, since insta-kill items don't really suit the Paper Mario series. Here we have an item called the Hustle Drink. When used, Mario's body is surrounded by steam and allows him to do two things on his next turn, which is probably why it was removed. This item sounds like it would be pretty overpowered if it was in the actual game. Here we have an item called Please Come Back. When used it does nothing, and it also can't be used outside battle, so it's unknown what it's supposed to do. My guess was it was probably going to be used to bring back partners if they died or something. Here we have a badge called Anger's Power. When equipped, Mario will assume a dark red tinge and an angry pose, and will be controlled by the computer during battles. I can see why it was removed, since personally I wouldn't want the computer controlling Mario, but that's just me. Here we have a badge called Perfect Command. When equipped, it will make all your action commands activate perfectly. It also makes the Japanese symbol Bachiri appear above Mario's head, which means perfect. I can see why this was removed, because personally this will just make the game too easy and it'll take all the fun out of it. There's also a bunch of unused enemies in the game too, like an aqua coloured fuzzy, a blue bandit, a few palette spots of the Crystal King, a frosty Goomba, a frosty Koopa, a frosty Pokey, a red Goomba, and a red Parent Goomba. It's unknown what these enemies would have done, where they were located, or why they were taken out of the game. Guess that's up to speculation. There's also a bunch of debug rules left in the game's code, and you can access them through hacking, and I'm going to put a few of them up on screen for you to see. Here we have some artwork of Koopa. Now if you notice on his artwork he has a bandage on his cheek, yet this bandage does not appear on him in the game at all. It's kinda weird if you ask me. Did you know Pericari is the only partner to appear in all 4 games? Since in Thousand Year Door he appears at the beginning in a small appearance, In Super Mario, he appears on a card and a picture at the beginning, and in Sticker Star he's mentioned in one of the levels in World 5. Did you know the Star Spirits appear in Mario Party 5, hosting all the modes in the game? Guess that's their job as Guardians of the Star Rod, which is probably why Ballyho has it in Mario Party 8. In Chuck Quizmo's quizzes, if you look at the audience, you can see Luigi, a Koopa Bro, a Bumpty, a Shy Guy, a Toad, Goompapa, a Lakitu, Junior Trooper, a Koopa Trooper, and Yoshi. Pretty cool little cameos if you ask me. During the game, Mustafa is disguised as Sheik, which is most likely a reference to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where Zelda is disguised as Sheik for much of the game. In Koopa Village, if you go to the Toad House and talk to Morty, the Toad working there, while staying on the table, he'll give you a unique piece of dialogue, and it's a pretty good lesson too. My final piece of trivia involves the Rainbow Road stage from Mario Kart Super Circuit for the GBA. If you look at the background, you can see the castle from Paper Mario. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. Thank you for watching, and see you all next time on Trivia Time.